A hearty good evening to you from Raleigh, North Carolina, here at the Dale Soccer Stadium for tonight's women's soccer matchup between the North Carolina State Wolfpack and the Western Carolina Catamounts. James, it has not been the greatest of seasons for either one of these two teams to begin, but certainly this game could prove to be a turning point. How do you see it turning out?
Well, I think both sides have got to get going offensively. We'll see if they can keep their shape defensively, and it should be a pretty good game tonight.
NC State has been able to gain a couple of key players back from injury or travel reasons. Franziska Jaser from Bregau, Germany will join the team. She's in the number 13 uniform in red today, as well as Gladys Loyas returning from injury. So NC State should be healthy and ready to go to begin this. Western Carolina, on the other hand, was just able to secure their first victory in their last matchup. Talk a little bit about that one, James.
Yeah, well, let's see here. They got it against,
I think it was Tennessee Tech.
Yeah, Tennessee Tech, and that was their first win of the season. So let's see if the NC State Wolfpack can shut down their momentum going forward.
NC State certainly looking to come out strong. Whenever they've allowed one goal or less, they've been able to win, but in a short season, their goals against average is slightly bloated. As a result, instead of seeing the normal goaltender Mackenzie Stelgis in net for this portion of the homestand, NC State will counter with Carly Gustafson. And across from her for the Catamounts will be Carly Tinstman.
Yeah, I think another key sub that we're going to see come off the bench for the NC State Wolfpack is the leading point getter from a season ago in, let's see here,
Jackie Stengel.
And I think she can be a key sub later on for the Wolfpack, providing some fresh legs later on.
Oh, without a doubt. Let's go over the kits. NC State will have red tops, white shorts, black socks. Western Carolina will have the white tops, purple shorts with the white stripe, and white socks. As the ball makes its way toward midfield, Western Carolina will kick off. 45 fresh minutes of soccer, and with the official's whistle, we will begin the game. And away we go. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this one from Dale Soccer Stadium. Chipped up and ahead, Western Carolina trying to maintain possession to begin the game. Good header by an NC State defender right around Tomeko and out of bounds for our first throw into the game. NC State has dropped 4 on their back line, obviously looking to play a little more conservative in this first half.
Yeah, and we see that NC State has a lone attacker up there, kind of playing 4-2-3-1 it looks like. But Tim Santoro is still working out the kinks, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see another attacker up the top before the end of the game.
Well, and it looks like Western Carolina is countering with a 4-4-3. Moved up here, Stanko has it. She'll quickly charge it up the field. Good control. Moves that one, chipped outside. Regaining possession here. That's Franziska Jaser, the German freshman we were speaking of earlier. She'll move it back to her defenders here. Allison Brown controlling the ball here for NC State. Chips that one forward. Intercepted or at least tipped momentarily by a Western Carolina foot. And they'll have control. Moved over here. It's going to be controlled by Gendron, but she lost it. Stanko causing a little bit of a disruption down low. She'll lose possession that time to Christina White. Catamounts already forced down low in a very defensive corner. Moved up. Good stop there by NC State's Gladys Loyas. She lost it off of her midsection, though. Western Carolina turning. Moved up here, Bradham, the team's leading goal scorer, Western Carolina's that is. Moved it up just a wee bit too far, though.
Yeah, that's looks like NC State's come out with a high line right here. So those long through balls are just going to trickle back to the keeper. It shouldn't be a worry on the night.
Allison Brown once again controlling. Moves this one across the way. Chipped over Loyas. Eyeing upfield, instead has to step back. She had Jaser there. Opts to go the other way for a strike. Back for Brown. Straight up. Gentry moves that one ahead. This is going to be sped quickly forward. Opportunity was there, but it's going to roll out of bounds. Another throw in coming for the Cats.
It's a pretty wide open game we're seeing here. It doesn't look like either side is going to try to possess it too much tonight. I guess the idea is to try to get it forward and get some pressure on the other side.
Here's an opportunity for NC State. Sager was there. She's going to get the ball here. It's going to be cut off momentarily. State really pushing forward here. Inside pass intended for Sager. Falls to her feet. Tried to make the play. It's going to be cleared out wide by Western Carolina. State will have a throw-in from close proximity.
Yeah, that was a great job there by Jenna Kawa. She realized that she didn't have numbers right there. She kind of held up, waited for Sager to get into some space and played it to her. Just got an unlucky bounce there. Good start for the Wolfpack here, though.
High, lofty throw-in, takes an odd bounce. Sager has body positioning, tries to kick it forward, looking for a shot. It was blocked off. Good diving play by Figliola. Stretch play all the way back up, and that ball went out of bounds. NC State will maintain possession up near the midfield line. Quickly thrown back in. Western Carolina intercepts that ball. It'll be taken back up by Amanda Schwartz. Move back. Catamounts opting to play very controlled soccer. Not a lot of spacing here. Stanko disrupts the play. Falling down, no handball called. Good move by Anna Lindberg, the freshman. Kicked across. Stanko had it go slightly too far for her. Western Carolina will take over.
Yeah. It's an impatient pass there by Caroline Gentry. She's forcing him a little bit, playing right back where the ball came, and Catamounts were already ready for that ball by the time it was played in.
Loyas plays it across here for Stanko. Fancy footwork move there. Tries to move it back. Loyas is there for support. Gladys Loyas turns, utilizing Michelle A-Strike here. A-Strike, one of the prides of Raleigh, North Carolina, from Wakefield High School, not too far down the road, about a 25-minute drive. NC State controlling once more. Kawa sends it in. Opportunity for NC State to make up. Scores! Chipped in right by the goaltender. NC State takes an early lead.
Fantastic finish there by Tomenko. She just got in behind the defense, got a nice touch on the ball and buried it in the corner. They can't do anything more than that. Great start here by the NC State Wolfpack.
Just a superb touch right there. And Western Carolina paid the price for allowing the defense to scoot up too high. Tomenko got right behind. Smart enough to stay onside, and it's an easy chip in. 1-0 for the Wolfpack.
Tomenko's first goal in the season. So she's ready to start earning some points for these Wolfpack women's.
That's the second game in a row Tomenko scored. She had the lone goal against William and Mary up in Williamsburg, Virginia in NC State's last contest. A-Strike moves it back here. Yazer looking to move it forward. So she does, utilizing that far side. Kawa calling for the ball. Instead, it's going to be touched up here. Gentry goes back. State will settle, looking for a smart pass up and ahead here. Lindberg, good touch. Loyas utilizing that foot. Big body play there. The official wanted to let the advantage go, but Lindberg took possession, so Western Carolina will have the free kick.
Yeah, Loyas kind of forced the pass right there, passed it right into white shin guards, and kind of out of frustration, kind of out of being out of position, she just dove in a little bit too late, got the foul.
Gendron will take it. Boots this one quickly ahead, line drive, easily cut off by Lindberg. She goes up in the air, brought back down. Lindberg chips this one across. Stanko going after it. Gendron on top of her. She'll opt to go to the inside. Spinning here, Kayla Sager, the team leader in goals. Caroline Gentry out to the far side, wide of Kawa. Here's Jenna Kawa now with it. Flies this one forward, and tempted header goes over Lindberg's head. Scooting out toward the sideline, and will just skid her out of bounds. State will maintain possession.
NC State's done a great job of hopping on the momentum of scoring that goal. They really got the Catamounts under a lot of pressure now. Not the best ball service in there to the box, but hey, anytime you can put a ball in a dangerous area, you're doing something right.
Was spun out of bounds that time by Lindberg, so Tinsman will have her first goal kick of the game.
Got to appreciate Tinsman's Peter Check kind of helmet thing that she's wearing tonight. I'm a Chelsea fan, so I like it.
That one goes up in the air. A little bit of a shoulder, front shoulder to back shoulder collision there between Western Carolina's Bradham and Stanko. Right up over the head of an NC State defender. Western able to prevent themselves from touching the ball, so now they're attacking. Moved in quickly here by Pinnell. Pinnell tries to spin that one forward into the box. State easily has possession. This is Brown. Allison Brown moves across for Gladys Loyas. Back for Brown. Ill-advised pass. Lost it. They'll work inside here. That hopped over Caitlin Bradham's foot. Francisca Yazer causing some disruptions. Going up. The air pass attempted for Pinnell. Brought down. She'll turn, trying to chip that one forward toward the net. Gustafson wisely comes up, scoops it up. And she'll play it along here. It's been quite a long time since we've seen Carly Gustafson play here at Dale Stadium, James. Moves straight up, Stanko. Tries to chip that one along. Instead, it's brought back down off of an NC State chest. Yazer pokes it out to the far side. Chip back toward the front. Gentry back for Allison Brown. She'll look up. Brown across the midfield line with a pass here to Kawa. Jenna Kawa has a couple of teammates open. Opts to go back for the defense here. Moving along, a strike. Kicks that one Lindbergh for Gladys Loyas now. State poised on the attack again. Loyas steps in. Takedown, no foul called. Loyas wanted one. Yazer shouldered away. Bradham moves this one across and up for Studnicki. Out of the far side, Western up at midfield. Played right along. Studnicki had it go too far for her. Tomeko in a foot race for it. She wins it. Moves it back for Gustafson, and she'll slow things down. Gustafson boots this one ahead right up toward the midfield line. Good body positioning by Sager, but it was won by a head of a Catamount. Brought back down, taken here. Gendron moves this down low for Caitlin Bradham. It's Pinnell controlling at midfield, utilizing defense now. Katz going back to Gendron now. Booted straight back up once more. That goes wide of Brown. Gustafson out of her goal box to get this one.
Tell you what, Drew, I'm noticing some really good shape here by the two midfielders here on the close side, Stanko and Lindbergh. They're keeping the ball in front of them, and when the ball goes backwards, they close out the space. They're not really allowing Catamounts anything easy. They're getting in the passing lanes, and that's why I think you're seeing a lot of long balls from the Catamounts early. It's because there's nothing really there for them to play it through to their forwards.
Stanko is a junior on this team. Anna Lindbergh, though, only a freshman, and is one tally shy of being tied for the team lead in goals. She had 2 opening night against the UNC Wilmington Seahawks. Yazer kicks this one forward. Sager jockeying for position, trying to go between her defender's legs, was cut off. Western takes possession here. They'll work on the near sideline. Chipped up by Gendron, and that'll go out of bounds.
I like the mentality of, Kawa up top to get forward, but she has to realize that she didn't have numbers there, and she was a pretty fair distance out, so she just needs to pull it back out. NC State doing a fairly good job of possessing it right now. They just need to keep that trend going and frustrate these Catamounts a little bit. They can't score the ball if they don't have they can't score if they don't have the ball, rather.
Kawa looking to move this one up, so she does. Sager trying to get a run on it. It was knocked away at the last second by Christina White. Move back and out of bounds. State will maintain possession once more. 2 shots on goal for NC State, 1 goal, all zeros on the scoreboard for Western Carolina. Moved in off of Sager's knee. She brings it down. Sager, opportunity, looking to move it across. It was knocked away at the last second. State still on the attack. Cleared up top near that new ACC logo. Kawa has it near 40 yards away from the cage. Moves it down low. Tomeko was in position instead. Anna Lindbergh has it. Long strike wide of the net. Harmless goal kick coming for Western Carolina.
Bit ambitious there for Anna Lindbergh. but she realized she had space. The defense was already pinched in. She saw an opportunity, she took it. I mean, that's what goal scorers do. You have to take those opportunities when they arise.
Solid strike off the foot of the goaltender. Move back down. Gendron pops that one up with her head. Lindbergh bounces it in the middle of no man's land. Western Carolina wins the battle. It's Pennell. They've got numbers. Bradham streaking toward the net here. Pennell coming in. Opportunity moved across. Good defense by NC State.
A-Strike made a mistake right there. She thought she could get to a ball that she couldn't, and it led to an easy opportunity for the Catamounts. If you're a Catamounts fan, it's a shame you didn't capitalize on an opportunity right there, but NC State catching a break.
White starts off some tic-tac-toe passing. Pennell once again has possession. Strikes that one to the outside. Going in here. Chipped low. Bradham spinning, turning, and it's cleared by NC State. That one was set up by Studnicki on the far side. Working back once again, Gendron. Low for Pennell. She'll try some fancy footwork, one-on-one. Strikes it in toward the box. Brown takes it easily for NC State, and she'll roll it back upfield. Chipped ahead, Lindbergh misplayed it. Chip play there, Yazer lost it. Lindbergh once again finally steals it away. NC State looking to go the opposite direction. Kawa lets this one go back to the NC State defensive line. They'll move it up. Sager possesses here, opts to go back for Kawa. Michelle A-Strike now on that very back part of the NC State defensive line. Moves it across for Allison Brown.
Yeah, if you're NC State right now, there's just no urgency. You're already up 1 goal. You've proven that you can put one away if you need to. And really, they can just play with it for the next 15 minutes and frustrate the Catamounts. There's no sense in going forward and forcing things if it's not there.
And already Western Carolina has dropped back an extra defender. This is Sager spinning, goes back for Brown here. A lot of body contact going on that far side with Studnicki. Let's see who's going to get the advantage. NC State's going to get the free kick.
Yeah, it was physical tackle there by Studnicki. It looked like she had one arm around Brown's shoulder, so yeah, that's always going to be called by the referee there.
Looks like Tomeko is going to be the one to boot this one. Probably a little too long to strike it directly toward the net.
Yeah.
Tomeko's going to try it, though. Right off the foot of Gentry. Took a hard bounce. Western Carolina clears it, and it's going to be a goal kick off of a State foot. 15 minutes gone by here. NC State asserting their dominance with a very early 1-0 lead here against Western Carolina. Tinstman eyes her target, boots it away. Right up top, Kawa. A little bit of help from a teammate there. Moves it ahead. Sager chips it out wide. Here's Jenna Kawa with it. Starts to run down low. Here's Gentry going in. Gentry to the front of the net. And it was touched the last second off a Western Carolina foot. And it's going to be an NC State corner kick.
Really, Sager was the one who started that play right there. She was strong on the ball, played it back to Gentry, and Gentry was able to take advantage of all that space down that left side. Very nice play there for the Wolfpack.
State lined up, trying to get markings correct. That one goes up, going to be headed up top. Sager looking to strike it, steps into one, ended up catching more of a Catamount shin guard than anything. Western Carolina moves it away. Straight up toward midfield. Good run up here. That's going to be Sarah Robinson to take possession. Drops it back. The Western midfield moves this one forward. Allison Brown chops it down off her left leg. Moved across, Stanko. Back for Gladys Loyas now. Loyas chips this one ahead. Good run up and intercepted. Studnicki trying to get forward on it. A little bit of help there, pardon. It's Kimberly Sullivan.
And that's the second or third time I've seen Loyas try to fit passes. Oh, nice opportunity.
Long run forward, Sager! And it's chipped away at the last second. It'll be an NC State corner kick, but that may have saved the Wolfpack from going up a deuce.
Sager was taking the direct route right there, right down the defense's throat, and caught one of the sweepers out of position. She bodied herself right into the 18, had a nice shot at it, but it looks like they're going to earn a corner kick right here.
Sager was right there at it and about a step behind from having almost a gimme goal. Strike right back into the box. Good punch out by Tinsman. There's going to be a free kick given back inside the box.
Strong punch out there by Tinsman.
Tinsman once again lining up her target as the players slowly meander back to their positions up near midfield. This one's going to be well struck once again, probably her best kick of the night. Western moving this one straight along here. It's going to be Gendron to take this one on the near sideline. Move forward. State right up on Pinnell, who has it now. Loyas came right behind, stole it away. The clear out was errant, though. Move back here, controlled by Schwartz. Fancy footwork move there. Schwartz trying to get it inside. Swept away by Franziska Yazur. Move back and controlled by Gustafson.
It looks like the Catamounts' best opportunities are coming off that second ball. So second ball, I mean, they have an initial attack, and NC State looks to gain the possession, but clear it out, and the Catamounts are usually in good position to rebound that ball. And if you're not careful with this NC State defense, that ball will be coming right back at you. And kind of like a rebound opportunity for the Catamounts if NC State keeps up that trend.
Out on the far side, Wolfpack controlling. Drop pass, Gentry to Lindbergh now. Loyas calling for it. Good diving play by Yazur. Gladys Loyas. Looked like she may have thought about shooting there for a second. Instead, wisely opts not to.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that was a miscue right there. Stanko and Tomeko made the same run, so there was just nobody to pass it to, running both behind the defender.
Good body positioning there by Lindbergh. Rolled up, Gendron once again. Looking to move this one forward. Moved up, Pinnell. Right along the line, trying to move it into the box. It rolled past everybody. State clears it. Fans getting into it down below the press box here, certainly enjoying the 1-0 lead right now for NC State. Western controlling. On the back line here, Figliola. Moves for White. White moves this one straight up. Brought back low, Gendron moves it forward. Opportunity, move back, Studnicki heads this one ahead. Good play here. Western may have an opportunity. Studnicki fields it off of her chest and it rolled too far. State trying to clear it here. So they will, but it's going to be chipped by Studnicki. Western takes possession before it even got back to the midline.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there, Drew. Moving out of the back, you have to hit your targets because you don't want to lose the ball immediately and then you're out of position. It's just a dangerous situation for the Wolfpack to keep playing into.
Sager has possession here, chipped down low. State looking poised to make another run. Here's an opportunity for Gentry, just outside the 18. Kicks that one back. Solid, hard clear by Western Carolina. Throw-in coming for the Wolfpack.
If I'm Gentry down there, I was looking for someone to pass to or someone to back me up. She didn't have a lot of support. Looks like Jenna Call was coming in a little late, but NC State losing their shape offensively a little bit there.
State needs to try to orient themselves quickly. Western has been able to make a few more runs than expected early on. Down low, Sager fields it off the toe of her cleat, tries to spin in with it, looking for a passing lane. Instead, spins off of a Catamount, settling for a corner kick. This will be State's third.
Notice that right side of the defense for the Catamounts, headed by Morgan Figliola.
Figliola.
Yeah, thank you, Drew. They've been getting beat a lot tonight, so maybe they make an adjustment and put somebody bigger back there that can body up to the Wolfpack.
High corner kick, and it's going to be harmlessly cleared out for now. Stanko in a foot race for it. That one's going to be one. Bradham, part of that was Pinnell. Stanko, oh dear! Pinnell absolutely ran Stanko over, and we may see a card here.
No, I don't think we will, but
just you talking to.
That was a frustration play right there. She knew she should have played it back earlier, and when she didn't, Stanko just positioned her, stole it,
Well,
and she was out of position
And
already.
Stanko had a handful of jersey, and there was nothing called. So coming back and knocking number 11 for NC State down, certainly a little bit of retribution. Lindbergh with a free kick, looking for the top corner, and it goes wide. It's going to be a corner kick for NC State off of a cat head.
Oh, that was an absolute perfect ball by Lindbergh there. Put it in dangerous position, but close enough to the goal so the keeper couldn't pick it off. You can't do it any better than that, Drew.
About 6 inches wide of that far side upper 90. Here's another good ball through, a near header. Ends up rolling harmlessly through. Goal kick for Western Carolina. They'll dodge a couple bullets on that last sequence.
And that's the fourth corner kick we've seen, and about the second free kick that has gone into a dangerous area. If you're the Catamounts, you can't keep living off of just barely getting by 6 inches here and a couple feet there. One of those are going to go in the back of the net before the end of the game.
Moved up by the Catamount goalkeeper, vying for position. Western can't get possession. State turning once again with it. They'll work out on the far side. Tomeko looking upfield here. Kicks that one across for Kawa. Move back. Yazır takes the ball now. Once again back for Tomeko. Brown controlling. Across for Michelle A-Strike now. Up across that ACC logo, A-Strike tries to force a play forward, running for it. Sager wins the foot race here, jockeying for body position, pulls it off the line, and it's going to be chipped out by Western Carolina.
Things get a little bit chippy down there. It looks like Sager's using her body a lot, and it's kind of frustrating these Catamount defenders.
Well, she certainly has the size advantage on most of this back line. Good diving shot. Easily swept up by Tinsman, though. She'll move it along.
I would be frustrated if I was Sager right there. She's using her body. She's working hard. She's getting dirty down there, and there's just no one there to receive the really good ball that she put in the box.
Allison Brown with it now. Brown looking up instead, moves it over for Franziska Yazır. Kicked up once again. Lindbergh takes it. Gladys Loyas has it. Spins this one back for A-Strike. Back for Brown once again. NC State moving it forward. So they do. Brown once again has it on her toes. Moved across here. Lindbergh. Up for Gladys Loyas. Loyas trying to speed by her defender. Works back out. Kawa now has it. Moves across. Tomeko. Moving it up quickly. Tomeko, the lone goal scorer in this game. Little drop play there. State searching for an opportunity. Back for Franziska Yazır. Tomeko now. Long strike. High and wide of the net. Goal kick.
NC State is absolutely composed when they have the ball. Going forward, Gentry's not forcing that run down the left side. She pulls it back out. She finds open feet right in the middle of the field. Keep coming across this side right here. They're looking for a space in behind, but just rip one if you need to. And NC State in complete control right now over the Catamounts.
Substitution in here, coming in for Western Carolina, is Anna Marie Mellis. Freshman from Severn, Maryland, Old Mill High School in the midfield. Yazır spins this one back for Loyas. Kicked up once again. Yazır out to the far side. NC State also had a sub coming in. That was another 23. Jessica Beatty came in for Stanko there. Speaking of Beatty, she has the ball now. Drops it back for Loyas. Sidesteps her defender. Long strike there, and that was blocked down immediately.
Yeah, and NC State brought off Stanko and Gentry. They both earned their stripes in that first half. Both worked hard, earned some rest. They're going to get about 20 minutes on the bench here, and I suspect that we'll see them in the second half.
Without a doubt, they're so vital to NC State's success. Gendron will throw this one in for Western Carolina, but not before we're going to have a couple more substitutions. Studnicki's coming off. So Western really jostling around their lineup here.
And it looks like NC State has moved number 21, Lindbergh, up to the midfield. Maybe trying to get a little more attacking with Lindbergh. She's already distributed really nicely tonight. Maybe she can add to her point total.
Gendron calls the ball in. That one's going to be headed nearly back toward the NC State net.
That's just a misplay right there by Brown. You want to head that one up and out to the corners. Looks like she just couldn't get behind the ball and it comes off funny. Let's see if NC State can defend their first set piece of the night here.
And that's just one that'll make Tim Santoro shake his head a little bit. Big Gendron once again. Everyone lined up. Good set directly toward the goal, and that is a very high, very long corner kick. That will go harmlessly out of bounds. No harm, no foul for NC State.
Yeah, they're going to be kicking themselves for that one. They haven't had any quality opportunities in quite some time, and maybe you get something rolling here right before you head into the locker rooms. But that opportunity just is completely wasted for the Catamounts.
Not even so much as a shot on goal, and NC State has 5 of them already, and we still have over 15 minutes remaining in this half. Western Carolina throw in here. It's going to be heaved up toward the midfield line. Good defense there. Beatty was set up. State plays it high off of a header. Another aerial battle going on. Western Carolina will retain the ball. So they'll move about 10 yards up and throw it in once again. Western Carolina controlling. Moved out along the center line. Here comes NC State. They'll play this one a little too long, and a foot race for it, though. Will it make that back line? Good body positioning. Yes, it will. Goal kick for Tinsman.
Yeah. NC State also playing a high line. Catamounts are too. So those long balls, there's a lot of space in behind there, but unless you know for a fact that you can beat your defender in a foot race, those balls just aren't going to work tonight.
Tinsman looking, moves this one straight up and ahead. That one goes high off of a header. Gendron sends that one back. Past her midfielders, that one's going to be headed straight along. That was Arrowwood, one of the new entries into the game for Western Carolina. Move back once again, Rosu. Chips it back. Gendron moves this one up and ahead. Back. Gendron once again pulls it right off that sideline. Chips this one forward. It was a good through ball, but Arrowwood, I don't think, was quite prepared for it.
Yeah, that's perfect positioning there by Allen here on the near side. She cut off the outside pass to make sure that the Catamounts couldn't get back down this near sideline, and she forced her defender to make a long ball, and the NC State's defense is never going to be bothered by that.
Lexa Allen, one of 2 red shirts, both sophomores on this team, the other being the normal starting goaltender, Mackenzie Stelgius. Moved ahead here by NC State, poised on the attack once more. Sager spinning, pulls off momentarily. Kawa, high ball off Lindbergh's head, back, and it may roll out on Alexa Allen, but she chugs along, grabs the ball off the line. Alexa Allen receiving some applause from the fans here. Misplay off of a shin guard. Yazer will have to take it.
Allen was looking for someone to make a run right there, but there was a lot of ball watching, and NC State just couldn't get forward because there was no one to pass it to.
Out on the far side. Thrown in down low, Sager has it, sends that one back. Janakawa will take it here. Down low, Sager chops it down, one-on-one inside, looking for somebody to pass to or at least put something on goal. Sager spinning, had some room, and it rolled off of her foot. State will get their 5th corner of the night.
I'm really impressed by Sager's composure when she gets inside the 18. She's not panicked, she's not rushed. She's even got enough time to get her head up and look for some feet. Her teammates need to be making some runs for her inside that 18 to try to bury one of these balls.
13 minutes now remaining in the first half. NC State still leading Western Carolina 1-0. High header. Drops back. Alexa Allen looking, thought about shooting. Has to transition over to that left foot. Move back Sager. Jockeying for position. Sends one in. Easily scooped up and into the chest of Tinsman.
It's great patience there by Allen. It's so easy to think that the defense is out of position and just you're right there at the top of the 18. Just go ahead and rip one, but almost never you see those balls go in, and she was able to pull it back out. Got a better opportunity from Sager instead. So NC State really just demonstrating how much of a control they have on this game right now.
Catamounts will have a free kick from up near the midfield line. Rosu drew the foul. Looks like it'll be White to boot this one away. Goes across for Gendron here. She'll look to move it up. Pulls it away. Sends a high ball in. Header opportunity. Working right in the Catamounts. Probably their best opportunity of the game. Spinning it back. Lindbergh pulls it down and spins it forward. Catamounts dropping it back once again into their offensive zone. Trying to get something on the attack going. Foul called. State will have a free kick.
I don't
A
know
little
that
too
I
aggressive there.
I don't know that I agree with that. It looked like she had pretty good position. It looked like she was going to be in on goal. To me, I can't really agree with that call.
It'll be Gustafson. She'll have to just move this one up for a strike, her defender. Moved ahead once again. Loyas fields this one, looking to move it forward. Loyas. Eyes upfield. Has it over for Jessica Beatty. Working out to the far side. Kawa takes it. Sends it low. Opportunity. Sager rushing in. Shooting one. Great save by Tinsman. What composure right there. And about a 15-yard strike. And Tinsman stood right in there and took it right into the chest.
I really don't understand the Catamount defensive plan right here. They got what they wanted. Loyas played it back towards the middle, which is usually where most of your defenders are. Try to funnel them back towards where the bodies are, but NC State is just picking them apart right now.
This one's going to be taken here by Carly Gustafson. Wisely picks up the ball here, looking to move it ahead. Rolls this one up. Quickly sends a solid boot up too long for Alexa Allen. Off of the top of Gendron's head, trying to keep it in. Unfortunate misplay off the outside of her foot, and we'll have a couple more NC State substitutions coming in.
Yeah, it looks like the freshman Lindbergh is going to come off, and also Gladys Loyas, both here on the near side. They're going to be replaced by number 14 and number 28, it looks like there, Drew.
And number 14 is going to be Casey Kabbalah. And 28 is Karina Lacey, a freshman midfielder from Apex and the local Battlefield High School. Alexa Allen throws this one in. A lot of contact there. That one's going to be left go. Stepping back in here, Yasser takes it. Spinning out. Moved right along here. That touch coming off of Allison Brown's foot. NC State controlling. Yasser right at midfield, spinning this one. Tries to get into center towards Sager. Instead, it's going to be spun back out. Western trying to control. There's the boot forward. Coming in, Jessica Beatty tries to chip it forward, trying to do it herself. She couldn't beat the last defender either. She had Sager right there with her, though, James.
And I tell you what, Beatty is doing a good job, working hard. Almost kind of like a hockey forecheck right there. Anytime the ball goes backwards, you go forward. You close down the space, and she did a great job right there. She almost got herself an easy one right there with the defense being out of position.
State throws, Sager. Composure sends it off of a Western shin guard, it looked like.
I think that one just went out of bounds. Sager was a little bit frustrated with herself right there. She's done a great job being composed right there in that same spot all night long, and she just couldn't reciprocate that performance.
Just slightly over to that far side inside the 18. 8 minutes remaining here in the first half. State still up 1-0 on the Catamounts. Awkward bouncing worm burner type of kick. Yazur takes it, drops it back here. Franziska Yazur once again. Moved to the outside. It's going to be controlled and moved up by Casey Kabala. Goes back for Yazur.
I'll tell you what, Drew, we haven't called Yazur's name a lot tonight. And really that's what you want from your holding midfielders. You just want to always be in position. If you're not getting your name called, that means that you're taking away passing lanes and you're distributing nicely. And she's really done that tonight. She's been keyed in on this Catamount offense.
Work down low, NC State trying to control it. And they'll work all the way back. A strike, chips this one towards Sager, tries to field it, spins around, somehow managed to keep some semblance of possession. Moved across, Tomeko trying to get another one for herself. Beatty had it roll past her. Good block by Casey Kabala. Sent right back. Western fields it and they'll hang on once more. Mellis sends it down low. Running attempt there, A strike, had it roll off her foot and out. A couple more substitutions coming in. James, interesting note about Casey Kabala. She was honored at the first football game of the year as one of the top academic students, holding a 4.0 GPA and still maintaining her status as a student athlete.
That's impressive. Anytime you see these guys do any kind of academic accomplishments, well, it's more than I can say, and I don't even play a NCAA sport.
Alexa Allen tries to move that one up. Good foot stuck out there. Solid defense by Courtney Rosu. Dropped all the way back. Figliola going back to receive it. Western sends that one back up the far sideline. State trying to get possession. Not able to, but moving the Catamounts back. Gendron has it here. Nobody to pass to yet. Opts to go straight up. A strike, jumped the route. It'll be taken here by Beatty. Alexa Allen now gets her feet on the ball. Allen nearly pickpocketed there. Solid defense by Western. This time she was dispossessed. Moved back and across the midfield line. Alexa Allen moved across. Casey Kabala. Yazur has possession. Yazur tried to move it ahead. Takedown. Legal according to the officials. They'll allow him to play on. Mellis drops it back for Gendron here. She'll move it ahead. Gendron once again getting it back from a Catamount teammate. Looking upfield. And rolls out of bounds.
Well,
Under
Drew,
5 minutes remaining here.
I was just about to make that same comment, and if you're NC State, you do have a 1-0 lead, and you do have the majority of the possession, and you have had a stranglehold on the offense tonight. But really, you can't get complacent. You have to put one back in the back of the net, or put this Catamount defense under pressure. It looks like it's going to be the other way around here.
Mellis trying to create opportunities. NC State able to clear it out of a danger area for now at least. Alexa Allen forces it back. Intercepted. Here's Western Carolina. Opportunity coming in. Drop back. Spun back on net. Good block by NC State. Chandler Arrowwood, best opportunity, and she opted to pass it out. She got a wide open shot lane too though, James.
Yeah, NC State, it's the same thing that we've seen all night. When the initial ball is...
Here's Sager. She's got some room to work with. She's going to be dispossessed down low, though. Western moves it right back up the sideline here. Gendron. Sager overran her. Western will keep possession.
Yeah, as I'll finish my thought from before, the NC State opportunity there. NC State has no problem defending the initial attack by the Catamounts, but it's when they're going backwards, they just have to keep composure. Even if they have to play it all the way back to Gustafson and she can clear her lines, that's a better option than giving it right back to the Catamounts.
Arrowwood was not happy on the foul called against her there. She may have a case for that one. There wasn't a lot of contact. Just seemed like both players were slipping and sliding. Franziska Yazur moves this one down low. Alexa Allen trying to step into one here. Rolls it low, intended for Sager. It'll be moved back up by Western here.
Really, I've noticed that NC State has done it a lot. Both strikers are run to the same area, and what that does is it's really easier to defend because there's already a defender there, so one person can mark two people.
High ball, good opportunity for Western once again, and all of a sudden they're spinning some back toward the net as their Gustafson has to make her first official stop of the night. Two and a half minutes remaining in this first half. Western heads this one back down. It'll be taken by the Wolfpack. State moving this one ahead. A strike. The defender leading the rush. A strike far ahead. Tried to roll it forward. She'll have to get back in position now as Western wisely clears.
That was a fantastic run there by A strike. She probably ran about 40 yards of just by her lonesome, and nobody stopped the ball for the Catamounts. She just kept taking space, taking space. Unfortunately, the attack kind of fizzled out there at the end, but I mean, you gotta like the composure of a defender making that kind of run.
Alexa Allen to have the throw. Sends it up, good header by Sager that time, but it went too far for her to go back and get it. Missed clear by Western, so State will have a closer throw in this time.
Yeah, NC State did a good job of locking it in right there. That's what we like to say. You just get a hat on a hat and don't allow many clear-outs, and maybe you get the ball back.
Allen throws that one. Sager has body position, takes it off of her left knee toward her right foot. Cleared out, and it's going to be a corner kick for NC State.
Once again, Drew, it's about the 5th or 6th corner kick we've seen from the Wolfpack tonight. I just have to believe that if you keep getting good opportunities like this, to put a ball in a dangerous area, you got to bury one of these times.
It will officially be their 6th corner kick of the game and therefore of the half. Tameko sends this one very high, ends up being sent back toward the goal. Cleared out by Western, back toward the sideline. State's going to keep possession with a throw here. Time winding. State doesn't seem to be in any hurry, and why should they be? They're most likely not going to give up a goal at the end of this half. Misplayed throw, though. Alexa Allen picks it up, sends that one back toward Yazard. Kawa has to come back and receive this one. 20 seconds remaining in the half. Kawa boots it forward. It's going to be kicked right back and out of play by Western Carolina. And that should all but do it for the half as it heads into the Carolina Pines.
I think this is going to be a good opportunity for Tim Santoro to see what his team is made out of. They have to keep this same composure in the second half and not allow any more goals, or any goals, and maybe put a couple more in the back of the net, get some good experience for these young guys, and also have a nice win.
And that is the end of the first half. Of 15 intermission to come. James, NC State has the early goal, 1-0 lead for them. Do you think they can hold the lead going into the next half? And
absolutely. You just have to have continue to have great wing play. We see Stanko out there. We see Gentry out there. Just get the ball up to Sager, and she's going to do the rest, Drew.
We'll see if that prediction comes true. We'll be back with second half action. You're watching NC State Women's Soccer on Wolfpack Sports Television, bringing you into the pack. Stadium, where NC State right now hanging on to a 1-0 lead against the Western Carolina Catamounts. Drew Blevins alongside James Thomas. James, the sun has set, the lights are on, and it is a beautiful night for a second half of soccer.
Yeah, it's cooled down a little bit. Play actually cooled down a little bit there in the middle section of that first half. Let's see if NC State can come out here. What you want right off the bat is to take it right to the Catamounts. Don't let them get any kind of momentum, because as soon as the Catamounts put one in the back of the net or get a couple of good opportunities, they're going to be coming back for more, and that's not what NC State wants. So let's see if who comes out the strongest here in the opening moments of this second half.
Scoring summary, short and sweet. In the 4th minute, it was Dana Tameko, her second of the season. Assist by Jenna Kawa and Francisca Yazar. In a passing sequence down low, easily chipped by the goaltender. NC State will kick this one away. Second half action from Dale Soccer Stadium. Tameko, the goal scorer, moves this one right back. It'll be Brown now. She'll eye upfield. Finds Alexa Allen with the ball. Allen moves that one out wide, kick back. Tomeko controls once again. Going back for Brown, she's got a strike on the opposite side. She'll utilize her here. Backing into one, very quick pressure there by Arrowwood.
The Catamounts, it looks like they didn't really make any switches as far as their formation goes. They still have the one striker up top and packed midfield with five women right there and a back line of 4. So same game plan for Catamounts. They're hoping to maybe get a breakaway goal here or a rebound opportunity, but I don't know that that's going to work out for them.
Taken here by Francisca Yazar, drops it back for Brown. Across once again for Tomeko on this near sideline. Tomeko working again. He brought straight back up a strike. We do apologize if there are any technical difficulties. It's a rather eventful day here at Wolfpack Sports Television. Moved along here, Brown for a strike. Looking to move this one straight up and along. She does. State controlling, moved ahead. Kawa tries to step into it. Instead, it'll be brought right back. Western Carolina has an opportunity here, trying to close out with some speed. Lindbergh takes it here. Otto Lindbergh steps up. Francisca Yazar tries to kick this one up to the point.
It looks like
Arrowwood moves that one along.
Has found a little soft spot in the NC State defense. She's not pushing back to that back line. She's kind of hanging in between the midfielders and the back line. She's kind of distributing along that boundary there. So she's found a little bit of a chink in the armor.
Moving it along here, Caroline Gentry back for Alexa Allen. Allen thought about moving it forward, instead drops it back for Brown. Right back up for Alexa Allen now. Kicks that one out to the far side. Back, Allen controls once more. Alexa Allen quickly moving it forward. Stops, works sideways, had Yazar right there, instead opts to go back. Taken across the way, Tomeko. He moved up Brown. Lindbergh takes it. Tomeko now. Allison Brown once more. Out to the far side. This is a strike with it.
Really, we see a lot of switchings between these NC State attackers and defenders. We see Kawa. She was up on the left side at the beginning of the half. She's already made her way back to center mid. I've seen her come back and help on defense, really up and down, back and forth for all of these players. And it's really an advantage when you can play any lineup and be successful.
State will have the throw in right here from just in front of the midline. Throwing it down low, good body positioning there. State jockeying right there along that far sideline. State will have a throw once more. Taken here. Good battle for the ball, spinning away. Yasser moves it back. Allison Brown to Dana Tomeko. Tomeko trying a run of her own here. Wisely utilizes Yazar. Going back, a strike, chips this one low. State trying an opportunity, attacking the net. Sent right back up to that far sideline. A lot of movement going on there. Stanko is caught in a battle for it. She's made her re-entrance into the game on that far side. Tinsman takes it here for Western Carolina. Moves straight up, chested down by Arrowwood. Catamounts utilizing the midfield once again. That one goes a wee bit too far. State will take it. Those of you just joining us, NC State in the red kits with the white shorts, the black socks. Western Carolina countering in white. Purple shorts with the white stripe and white socks. Tomeko has it here for the Wolfpack. She'll try to move it up, so she does. Cut off by Kawa. Tries to stretch it out for Stanko. Stanko's got it. Fields it, had some space, and offside is called.
That's a perfect ball there by Caldwell. She just got a little bit unlucky by her striker being offsides there, but that's exactly what you want. So many times we see the Catamounts defense get shifted over to one side, and that leaves that whole backside open. Let's see if NC State and Tim Santoro is looking for that ball more often here in the second half.
Western has an opportunity of their own here, trying to get inside the 18, forced out on the edge. Wolfpack regained possession, sent right up the line. Chasing this one down is Gentry, using that bigger frame to get a little bit of positioning, forcing a State throw.
Yeah,
Gentry.
That's a change that we've seen coming out of the half. Gentry's up top. We've seen her play that position before this season, but it's kind of surprising because Kayla Sager did such a great job holding in position and really kept the NC State offense under composure in that first half.
Throw in from the NC State soccer banners. Worked in, the Wolfpack trying to get possession. It'll roll right down along the line. It's going to be a throw-in for NC State from near, I'd say, 3 yards away from that corner flag. So State trying to get it into a danger area, but that's going to all be eschewed on count of a goal kick here.
Yeah, it's really tempting. You get down there deep and you just kind of run out of space. Sometimes I like to see the NC State Wolfpack to pull it back out, draw the Catamounts defenders back up the field and get it space in behind. Just not a lot of space to work down there, Drew.
The run-up and the boot. Went off of a State head. I believe that was Gentry, and it's going to work its way back into Catamount attacking territory. Tomeko goes back for Allison Brown. You can audibly hear Gustafson directing traffic from up here in the broadcast booth. State utilizing their possessive skills once again here as Kawa has it. Jenna Kawa now. Looking to move it ahead. Still eyeing a target. Sends this one forward. Colliding there were a couple of Catamount players. Looks like one of them took a head up toward the mouth area. And that's Figliola, and that's not a defender you want to lose. She's played all the minutes so far. Yasser came in. Taken back. Western settling things down as best they can. Good run up here. Chandler Arrowwood moves it forward. Western attacking into the box. Good opportunity was there. A move back up. Lindbergh. It's going to be cut off by Western. Catamounts creating a little bit of a buzz here, trying to build off some momentum they had at the end of the last half. Stepping up here, Dana Tomeko for NC State. Throws this one ahead. Gentry in a foot race for it. Way out of her net is Tinsman. And there was a huge collision, and Tinsman is down.
Hopefully Tinsman will be all right. It looks like she just kind of slid in there. I didn't see too much contact. I mean, Gentry is bearing down on her, and when bodies collide, you hope you don't see a lot of head injuries and stuff like that. Don't know exactly why she's wearing the kind of protective helmet that she has. As NC State looks to restart quickly here.
Certainly, Western Carolina was sort of lollygagging along there. Lindbergh takes it along the near sideline, moves it back for Tomeko, the lone goal scorer. Move down low. Spinning is Alexa Allen with it. She'll chip it out. Move to the back line. Michelle Astrike working her way low, tripped up on a cleat. Astrike once again. Here she comes. Astrike chips it low. Opportunity, and Beatty couldn't catch up to it. Doesn't matter. It was offside anyway.
Good mix-up right here for NC State. We see a lot of defenders getting forward, a lot of bodies bearing down on the back line. Astrike got a little lucky, got a bounce right there, but hey, it only takes one lucky bounce and you're in on goal. So NC State, keep going forward here. You got to put one more in the back of the net to have a comfortable lead, two more to pretty much assure yourself a win here.
Well, even though their chances have been few and far between, Western still has created some quality opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net. And that just speaks to your point. State's got to find a way to get another one behind Tinsman. Brown controls. Works out wide. This one's going to be booted out to the far side. Stanko has it onside. Booted way up in the air that time by Gendron. State throw, quickly moved along. Yasser works down low. They'll move it back. Kawa, long strike, easily scooped up by Tinsman. Another save on her resume.
I like the thought right there from Kawa, but that's very, very far out. You're almost never gonna get that goal right there. I'd like to see her pull it out, distribute to the sides, and get good service along the boundaries of the Catamount defense.
Gustafson chases this one down, moves it right back up for a strike. She'll send this one along. Cleated down by Stanko using the bottom of her boot there. It'll be rolled back low, a strike. Spinning with it here, moves it back for her keeper, Gustafson. She'll move it up and along. And it ends up going off of a state shin guard out of play. The young ladies from Cullowhee, North Carolina will make a couple of substitutions. NC State counters with one of their own.
Yeah, it looks like Kayla Sager is going to go back to being the lone striker up there, that position that she held for the bulk of the first half. Gentry's going to go back along the right wing, and Brittany Stanko is going to earn herself a spot, a little rest for some of the middle section of this second half.
And that's something Coach Tim Santoro has taken to doing. Stanko, a junior, played significant minutes alongside Jackie Stengel, who he have not seen in this game yet. And I'm uncertain as to why. Moving it ahead here. State cutting out, going toward another bid toward the net, scooped up by Tinsman.
I like that opportunity there by Gentry. The difference between hers and Kawa's opportunity from before, she was a little bit closer, and not only that, she had good numbers. She saw that there was not too many defenders right in front of her. She has space. She made a good decision right there to go ahead and rip that one.
Lindbergh keeps it in play after a good header from Tomeko. Tinsman sends that one out, nearly cut off by Kawa. Western has possession for now. Rolled back to Gendron. Gendron takes it. Sent straight up once again past Arrowwood. Chandler Arrowwood in a foot race for it. Trying to use a little bit of physicality to get an advantage on a strike, but it's too big to move. And that one rolls harmlessly out of play, state throw. Still 1-0 in favor of the Wolfpack as we are nearly 15 minutes into the second half. A strike works that one out. NC State won't move forward much, but enough to warrant mentioning as it'll be another throw-in. Taken here, Sager with her re-entrance into the game, jockeying for position, gets tied up and is able to force State into another throw-in situation.
So, underappreciated play right there. Sager just stuck a foot in, bounced it off of a white shin guard, and got her team back possession. She's just doing all the little things tonight, and really what that'll translate into later. If she doesn't net one, she probably should, and she's really taking over this game by herself.
And Sager's played a very meat and potatoes type of game tonight, doing the simple unsung work, but it's those hardy type of plays that will help NC State get some more offense going, and for them at least, hopefully get some more goals. Allen moves this one quickly forward. She's worked on. Western Carolina dispossesses Alexa Allen and clears it out of bounds. Throw in here from Tomeko. Lines up, hurls that one in. Allen puts it a little bit deeper into the zone, stepping up here, trying to make a play on it. Couple blocks by Alexa Allen. Western working here, Madison Lee trapped up on the sideline. Cockrell came to her rescue, worked out again for Kim Sullivan. Western eyeing a target forward, works a little too far for Lee. Allison Brown takes it for the Wolfpack.
Credit that turnover right there to Alyssa Allen, working along the sidelines multiple times tonight. She's taken away the outside pass, funneled the ball back towards the middle, and NC State red jerseys are ready to swarm on any ball that comes back towards the middle.
Tomeko drops this one back for a strike. They'll work out on that far side. Kawa has it, moves this one across. Move quickly forward. Alexa Allen had some room. Has to step back in, trying to get the ball back. Instead, it's going to be poked forward by Frankenate.
Great short, long passes there by NC State. Yazer found Kawa and looked up, saw that Allen had space along this near side, tried to get the ball to her, missed touch, but those are the opportunities that are going to lead to dangerous balls in the box eventually.
And Yazer certainly has that secondary assist in the first goal, and as you mentioned in the first half, she's done a lot of the unsung work as well. Kawa sends that one forward to Sager, out of the far side. It's going to be Gentry working in, sends a bid toward the net, scooped up, and held by Tinsman. All of NC State's shots have been further out than 20 yards this half. They've had 3 of them, but none weren't really good scoring opportunities. Lindbergh heads this one, aerial battle, the third one of the night going on. Work around, Cockrell sends that one forward. That'll roll back. Webb moves that one to the outside. Sent all the way down to the sideline, and that will roll out of bounds, State throw. Gladys Loyas has possession out of bounds.
It looks like Tim Santoro's directed his players to make a bit of a change here. It looks like Caroline Gentry is going to take over this near side wing position. Alexis Allen is going to go towards the center, and it looks like on the far side that might be, excuse me, I lost her name, Sager.
Taken by NC State right along the near sideline. Tomeko spins this one back. Allison Brown drops back for Carly Gustafson, the goalkeeper. Gustafson hopping around with it. Now 25 yards out, boots this one long ahead. Sager isn't going to reach that one. Her number opposite, which is Figlioli, clears that one out. Western controlling in their defensive end. Move quickly up and ahead. Don't get me wrong, James. Western Carolina is only a shot out of this game.
Absolutely. And really, you can't get lulled to sleep here if you're NC State defense. This is pretty good shape by them right here. It's going to try to squeeze them out, not allow any balls in behind, like this one right here.
Opportunity, offside.
But that's a dangerous ball right there, Drew, and you just got to keep your focus right here in the middle section of this second half. Both sides have kind of been lazy passes, a lot of turnovers, and NC State needs to be really crisp through the midfield and not allow bad turnovers that it can lead to easy opportunity for the Western Carolina.
Good aerial battle for the ball there. Rolled up top. Arrowwood coming back, trying to get it. Cockrell making a run. NC State takes the ball instead. They're going to get a free kick out of it.
We really haven't seen a lot of that, Drew. This has been a fairly clean game. I mean, we saw it get a little bit chippy with Sager down in the deep section of the attacking third in the first half, but really there hasn't been too many fouls on either side.
Long free kick went over the head of Anna Lindbergh. Taken back. Western pokes this one forward. Catamounts on the prowl once again. That'll work out. Arrowwood trying to get to it. Instead, NC State's going to intercept the ball. Gentry has it here. Caroline Gentry looking to move it up. Tries to roll that one in. It looks like she and Kawa weren't quite on the same page there.
Yeah, Kawa's trying to get her to play it towards the corner. You maybe think that Gentry was trying to hit Sager's feet there, but either way, just not what you want right there.
Yasser moves this one back for Tomeko. Sent up, rolling around Lindbergh. Way out to the far side now. That's all the way back for a strike. She'll move it forward. Here's Alexa Allen. She's now shifted to the opposite side of the field. Tomeko's sort of moved up. Lindbergh takes it. Drops it back. Errant pass almost. Arrowwood was right there on top of it.
See, it's just one pass like that, Drew, and the Catamounts will have a decent opportunity if they can capitalize. It's going to be a very disappointing result for the NC State Wolfpack because they've really outplayed the Catamounts tonight.
Yasser takes the ball here, chips it forward. Long run. NC State looking to attack the net here, and it's going to roll too far. Western clears it, State throw.
Nice ball there by Yasser. She's done that a couple of times tonight. Look to get it wide in behind the midfield and let your wing players go 1v1 with outside defenders. She was not able to win it, get a early cross or anything like that, but either way, still good opportunity for the Wolfpack.
Anna Lindberg is going to come off for a rest here. Casey Kabbalah coming in for her. It'll have the throw on the official's whistle, which he gives. Up at the top. Rolled in, down low. Header opportunity, diving! Oh, what a save! Tinsman punches that one out. It'll be a corner kick for NC State. Tinsman's best of the night by far.
Absolute super save there by Tinsman. Gentry just headed that one right in a dangerous area. She was going to score if Tinsman didn't lay out for that one, and unfortunately it does not go in the back of the net. Probably should have earned one right there.
Corner kick, sent up high. Worked up again. Western trying to make a run of their own here. It's Cockrell with the ball. Controlling along the near sideline. Has to revert back to the D. Pulled right off of the line with a solid play by Alexa Frankeny.
Very nice defending there by Casey Kabbalah. Many times you see defenders get impatient. If they want the ball, they want to steal it, they want the big tackle. But really, just let your opponent play it back and let them make the mistakes. You're okay. They're not in a scoring position. You're just be in good position, and like Allen is right here, and you'll get the turnover eventually.
Allen forces a turnover of her own. She'll control. Although she didn't start, she still had a very good game thus far, James.
Absolutely. She's taken over for Brittany Stanko that I was suspecting that we would see back here in the second half, but she's taken a rest on the bench, and maybe Tim Santoro will bring her off the bench to maybe put this game away here in the final 20-ish minutes of the second half.
As it stands, 21:55 remains, and NC State is still clinging to that 1-0 lead. And it's all thanks to the foot of Dana Tomeko, her second goal in as many games. Kabbalah drops it back for Gustafson once more here. Gustafson hasn't necessarily had to do yeoman's work tonight, facing two shots, equal to both of them. Moved up, Sager. Had a defender practically on her back, but advantage will be played as State continues to possess the ball. Worked out for Tomeko. Dana Tomeko splits the defenders with a pass here, and Sager couldn't handle it. This is A-Strike. Stepping up, across that midline, working again. A-Strike, the defender, flies this one forward. Gentry heads it, and out comes the goalkeeper to scoop it up.
Fantastic there by A-Strike. It's a little high or a little far out to be heading that one in. It's kind of a medium in-between area that's a little hard to handle, but it's hard to handle for both sides. So maybe if you get a lucky bounce right there, you're in on goal. But still, NC State with all the pressure right here.
Controlled here by Cockrell. She'll drop it back to the defense. I'll move it in the back. Figlioli tried to move it up. Her pass almost intercepted by Yasser. Going back here. Western still controlling their defensive end. They're going to have to be careful. They'll utilize the goalkeeper as Tinsman moves that one up. High off of a Western Carolina head. Pulled back down, NC State. Has it, Kabbalah. Utilizes A-Strike here. She'll go over for her teammate Brown. Brown toes it forward. Gets it over for Jenna Kawa. Kawa sends that one up. Little give and go play. Tomeko drops it back for a strike here. State not quite in salted away mode. They're still moving the ball forward as much as they can. Under 20 minutes remaining here in the second half. Figlioli moved across once again. Straight up. Figliola is one of the few Western Carolina players to have played the full length of this game to this point so far. Ball be picked up here and played along by Tinsman. Punts it away. Out toward midfield. Battle ensues for the ball. A strike running out in a foot race against Taylor Webb for it, which a strike wins, and it'll be played along by NC State. Wolfpack move this one along to the back. Kabbalah sends it across. Gentry back for Kabbalah now.
There's no one moving for it. Every time you look up, I mean, no one's moving off the ball. You have to have rotations. It's easier to move, mark a man that's standing than somebody who's kinetic. You know, you got to have the defense on their heels, and really, we just don't see a lot of runs off the ball from this NC State women's side.
Well, and that goes for both teams as well. Turnover forced by Western Carolina. Webb, along with Arrowwood, trying to get possession. State recovers. Franziska Yazur moves it ahead for Gentry. She'll look to play it along. Both teams have slowed the pace of play dramatically.
See, like right there, Drew, Caroline Gentry was in trouble, and if you can see the whole picture there, you saw 4 red shirts running away from her. Somebody needs to check back, show her your feet, and give her an outlet.
Kawa gets the interception. It was poked loose by Alexa Allen. It'll be taken here. Gentry looking upfield, has to stop and turn. Does a full 360 before finding somebody to pass to. It's Kawa. Worked out wide for Casey Kabbalah. She'll spin, turns it across the way. Brown works across for a strike here. Michelle a strike. Steps up and moves it across for Allison Brown once again. Moves it back as a strike will take it. 17 minutes remaining. A strike sends a long through ball. Came off of her foot all wrong. Way too long. Tinsman takes it. The punt is a good one. Straight up. Gets into attacking position. Chandler Arrowhead trying to step up and make a play on it. Instead, it's flown back by the state defense. Sager coming in. Tripped up on the play. Running after it nonetheless, though. Sager, sliding play made by Western. It's going to be a corner kick for NC State.
Nicely done there by Sager, tracking it down. Don't give up on the play. Bounce one off the white shirt and earn yourself a corner. It's going to be the 8th corner that we've seen taken by the NC State Wolfpack. We're going to have some subs coming on and off here. A lot of subs for Western Carolina.
Sundry of players coming in for Western. For NC State, it's going to be Brittany Stanko to come back in along with Anna Lindberg.
I think I'm looking for Stanko to score right here. She's one of the top point getter for the NC State side, and you got to rely on your big players here in big moments. So NC State needs to find her feet, let her be creative on and off the ball, and get some opportunities off of her chances.
Loyas couldn't cut that one off, so Western's going to have an opportunity of their own coming back the other way. Catamounts trying to cut in toward the box. Solid defense there by Kawa. It's going to be cleared out wide. Corner kick for Western Carolina. James, this may be the best opportunity for Western Carolina to put one in, especially at this juncture in the game.
It's a weird formation. They start way high, and it's hard to mark these guys for 18 yards. So if you put a ball right in behind, as we see this one is swung in.
And that one came off of her foot all wrong. Out up top, Western trying to get possession back, so they do. It's popped straight up in the air, opportunity down low, a header goes wide. Another opportunity for Western squandered.
Wow, Drew, that was just, I don't even know what to say about that from both sides. NC State couldn't clear it out, and then when the ball was played back in, it looked like all of their feet were stuck in mud. There was 4 white shirts around the ball in the 6-yard box. And once again, Western Carolina can't finish.
There was no red-shirted defenders within 5 yards of Western's attack. I don't understand why they didn't settle that and look for a shot off the feet. Sager now, looking to counter. Spinning with it, drops back.
Sager's got to play that in space for Brittany Stanko. She has miles and miles along that right side. Just play where no one is and let Stanko run on it and get him behind this defense and make them defend you.
State will have the throw. And a whistle blows here. James, I'm not sure why. But nonetheless, play will continue.
Could be for, back talking, or he's just issuing a warning. Sliding opportunity there for the NC State Wolfpacks, but it'll go for a goal kick.
Carly Tinsman will have yet another goal kick. A note about her, she is a Raleigh, North Carolina native. A girl playing in her hometown, attended the very local Sanderson High School, about 5 miles away. So very familiar to this area. Certainly a talented sophomore at Western Carolina University. Taking back, a lot of physical contact going on. The whistle will blow. State will have the free kick.
You don't mind that if you're the Catamounts. You got to look for some kind of spark right there. Looks like number 16, Studnicki for the Catamounts. She's just being a pest up there, and that's what you have to do. Go get the ball, be a ball hawk right there. And if you get a foul, so be it.
Marky Lynn Studnicki, one of the smaller players out there, listed at only 5'5". And she is another local girl from nearby Apex, North Carolina. Taken back, Lindbergh getting very physical, and it'll be a free kick for Western Carolina off the shove.
Yeah, Lindbergh could have got away with that if she didn't have her arm up. Once you extend that arm, it's going to be called almost every time there, Drew.
Work down low, Western looking to move it ahead. They're right at midfield. They'll utilize the defense. Catamounts keeping it on that far side. Here's Stanko coming in, trying to disrupt the play. Forces the Catamounts back. Sager making a run, trying to intercept the pass. Disrupts the play there.
Nicely done there by Sager. On that initial Catamount they tried to switch the ball, and Sager stepped in the passing lane, cut the field in half, made the ball go back where it came from. Brittany Stanko put some pressure on the defender, and then NC State tried to, with that kind of forecheck mentality, try to get an easy turnover there, Drew.
Nearing 11 minutes remaining in the half. Work down low. Kawa stepping up, trying to get the ball for NC State. Francisca Yazzer coming in, disrupting the play. Yazzer is loose, didn't have a lot of space to work with. It was poked away from her by Figliola. Moved back up by Western Carolina. Here they come. Good defense, but it's a foul against NC State and a free kick for the Catamounts.
Yeah, she's coming from behind a little late. Caught her on the shin guard and brought her down. This is going to be an interesting opportunity for the Catamounts. They're pretty far out. But once again, if no one heads the ball out cleanly, this could be a danger opportunity for the Catamounts.
This one booted very high. Western wins the battle. They'll work down toward the cage. Scooped up by Gustafson.
And that's really how it's going a lot for the Catamounts. Maybe you get a dangerous ball in, but once again, there's just nobody up there kind of head hunting, just looking to chase a ball down and finish one.
Gustafson sends that one off of a Western foot. Worked across the way to Sarah Robinson. She'll move it right along, and it rolls out. State will take possession. And we'll have a few more substitutions coming in.
Yeah, and this is going to be key for the Wolfpack. Through their first part of the season, they've outscored their opponents 4-2 in the final 15 minutes. We've now dipped under 10 minutes. So conditioning is going to be key here. It's a little bit hot. It's a little bit sticky tonight, but you got to keep your legs under you. And this is where those late nights of fitness and conditioning is really gonna pay off. You got tired legs. You're no good on this team right now.
Gentry is back into the game for NC State. Western works down off of a head, and that one's going to go too far. Offside was called, so really irrelevant whether that ball went out the back or not. State will step up and have a free kick here.
Anytime you see an offsides, Drew, you can really credit that to the back line. As soon as the ball goes backwards, you got to make sure your center backs are pushing up your wings to push up that back line and not allow like a ball over the top like that. Good shape there by NC State.
They'll stretch it. Lindbergh got pinned up, fell down, doesn't win the battle, but Yasser's right there to cut it off once again. Francisca Yasser now spins this one out. Casey Kabbalah rolls this one. Gentry couldn't quite catch up to it. It rolls out. Possession to Western. A lot of talking going on down at field level. Spun out that time by Bradham, who made her re-entrance into the game here. Moved straight along by Panel. Long shot. That was blocked. It looked like it went off Tomeko's face.
That's just being in great position right there. The Catamounts are going to earn a dangerous free kick right here, almost from a far out corner kick kind of position. And NC State better keep their head on a swivel here, pick up every guy, make sure everyone is marked, and clear this ball out. Don't want any late opportunities here for the Catamounts.
Kelly Pennell and Caitlin Bradham were the substitutes that are back in, and they've been offensive powerhouses. Bradham, of course, the team leader in goals. Roll it in. Dangerous opportunity. They scored! Western is tight and late! Unbelievable! It rolled into the 6-yard box, and it's a chip in.
Perfect ball in there for the Catamounts. You're expecting that ball to come in the air, but you have someone kind of running from the short to the short side. You get a one-time shot into the near corner and just beat the keeper. That's a great set piece there by the Catamounts, and like we've been saying this whole time, the Western Carolina was just one shot away, and they've already tied this thing up.
I think it was Figliola who touched that one in. It certainly looked like it from here. And they're going to give it to Kelly Pennell. Schwartz with the assist. She had the original boot. It was a superb play in. I think NC State was setting up for an aerial play there, and it was just a solid line drive about 6 inches off the ground. Little touch play ends the clean sheet bid for Gustafson, and NC State's got a very limited clock to work with. Would this not be huge for Western Carolina to head back to Cullowhee, having forced a draw against ACC competition?
They would have absolutely steal one from here in NC State. NC State's outplayed the Catamounts in almost all facets of the game, but just a mental lapse there by the Wolfpack, and it looks like they're not going to come out with the result that they want if they don't change something here in the final 6.5 minutes.
And just to put this in perspective, to end this road swing for Western, they will head over to Bowie's Creek and play Campbell, and then they go back home to play Middle Tennessee State and Wofford, as that will signify the beginning of their Southern Conference play. They may not be done here. Western, opportunity inside the 18-yard box. It's Pennell with it. Moves it up to the top. Looked like Rosa was bidding for a strike there. Up at the top again. Long strike. Gustafson scoops it. Saves the game for now, and Western has kicked this one into overdrive.
Yeah, NC State's back on their heels. They look disorganized. That was a great through ball there for the Catamounts, and NC State just looks dumbfounded right here. Look, they've turned it over in the midfield once again.
Gentry turned that one over, almost a through ball. Golden opportunity set up, and State just content to clear it. Stanko tried to step up and make a play there.
level intensity is really stepped up for both sides, but it looks like the momentum's just on Western Carolina's side.
And that's the first time we've said that all night.
Exactly, and it only takes one opportunity for the Catamounts, and here we are, 5 minutes left, and NC State is going to try to answer back here.
And offside is called against Sager.
I don't know about that one, Drew. That was a very long ball played in behind the defense. It's when offsides is called when the ball is played, and I wasn't looking directly at it, but I kind of believe that Sager was in good position there. I don't know. That was a tough call there, Drew.
It will be a free kick taken by Western Carolina here.
We're seeing some gamesmanship maybe a little bit. Western Carolina trying to chip off some of the time left on the clock, get this one over as quickly as possible.
They were able to waste 20 seconds, but almost were able to send a solid through ball back in. Taken back, NC State trying to move it up to Sager. It never made it to her, though.
And this is the downfall of only having one striker. If you're NC State, you only have one guy up there trying to take on 4 defenders. So when you get forward, when you get long balls, there's only one, and a lot of times you're on an island out there. There's no one to give you support. You just have to go at the defense, and a lot of times that's not the best opportunity.
We've reached the 86th minute. Gentry pushed down. There will be no whistle blown. Dumbfounded by that one. I thought that was a clear foul, James.
I'm going to have to disagree with you. It looked pretty clean right there. They were shoulder to shoulder. She didn't extend her arm or go in too hard. I think Gentry just kind of fell down for the most part.
Nonetheless, Yasser plays it out to the far side for Stanko. State, both teams really working on a limited clock if they're going to try to win this. Stanko coming in. She's taken down.
Now that one is
with NC State.
Too, so. Good opportunity here for NC State. You got to get a ball in deep here, and it looks like it's actually going to be a throw.
No, they didn't call that foul. It was just the assistant official signifying it was State's ball. Work back in off of the toe of a State cleat. Western will make a move here with 3 minutes remaining.
The way the result stands right now, Drew, I don't think it's been a 1-1 game. NC State got a little bit complacent, and maybe they don't deserve the win, but they definitely don't deserve a tie. I just don't think that the Catamounts have outplayed NC State tonight.
Well, and you made the endurance point earlier. Western Carolina, not too long ago, went through a back-to-back double overtime streak. That's a lot of soccer to have to play, James. And even though you do get those rest days in between, you're looking at going 120 minutes.
Not to mention these are still students, so they're still attending class, and you know, attending my own classes, it makes me tired. So imagine having training every day and travel. These guys are well conditioned, so it definitely plays a factor.
Here's the boot away by Tinsman. That one headed once again. Kawa tries to bring it down. Minute 45 remaining now in the half. Cut down here. Western trying to spin this one along. Pennell moves it back. State may have an opportunity brewing. Sager takes it. Shot toward the net, and that one goes wide. Our producer, Chuck Givens, is giving us the overtime procedures, which looks like this is what we could be headed towards. Will be a 10-minute sudden death overtime. And that would be the first procedure.
I think it would end in a tie after that there, Drew.
And then it will end if it's still a tie. So that one's going to go off the forehead of Gentry, under a minute remaining.
Looks like both sides are just kind of content to play this out in overtime. NC State.
Foul called right there. And that one's going to go against Bradham. Ball quickly called for from the ball girl.
Only 20 seconds remaining here, Drew. You push everyone forward.
Last shot. Lindbergh will set it up, and she's going to let this clock run down to probably about 10 seconds. Calls this one in. Lindbergh boots this one forward. Looks pretty solid. State heads it up. Right over, and it goes too far for Sager. Do not turn your TV set. We're going to overtime in Raleigh. Western Carolina has come in here and absolutely stunned the crowd. We will take a short break, 10-minute sudden death OT to follow. You're watching NC State Women's Soccer on Wolfpack Sports TV, bringing you into the pack. Welcome back to Dale Soccer Stadium here in Raleigh, North Carolina, where we have been treated to an absolute thriller. And regulation time wasn't enough, James Thomas. We are heading to overtime between NC State and Western Carolina.
Yeah, and if you're joining us just now, NC State has kind of given this one away. Western Carolina looked very stagnant in the first half and came out in the second half. Both sides didn't look that great, and Western Carolina scores a late one to tie this one up and to send it into overtime, Drew. So let's see if either side can get a foothold and get back into their form that NC State had in the first half.
Just a recap of the OT procedures. It will be 10 minutes of sudden death, and if that doesn't settle it, we will go home with a draw. Neither team really had a clear momentum advantage within the last 2 minutes of that game, but the team that last had the momentum was certainly Western, scoring very, very late. And that goal officially tracks all the way back into the 82nd minute.
And that's what we talked about in the first half, Drew. If Western could tie this one up, they would have the momentum, and maybe that's going to carry into overtime. Maybe that was just a fluke. NC State, either way, needs to get their shape back and get back attacking offensively.
And I'm almost positive Tim Santoro is not going to be happy if this game ends in a draw, because State had it in their grasp. Sent back up off of a catamount head. Sager charging after it. Pulls it down. Moves it up top. Kawa trying to work it down low. Is a weak pass. Easily cleared. A strike. Has it NC State. Works that one down. Headed back up toward the middle of the field. Western Carolina.
Drew, a word that we used a lot in the first half was patience and composure, and it's just not there anymore. The team in red, they just don't look like they know what they're doing or expected to do, and I think they've kind of gotten away from getting the ball up to their attacker and Kayla Sager that they did really well in the first half.
And State is really forcing the play. They're not letting the game come to them. When you're patient, oftentimes your opponents can beat themselves, and they just haven't had that in the second half. And now leading into this overtime, run straight down, Gladys Loyas. Cut off at the last second. Loyas jockeying for position. It's going to be a clear out. State will have it. It'll be a throw-in down toward that corner flag. Loyas looking for a throw-in. Charging in here's Francisca Yazard. She's played every single minute in this game. Cleared out. Here's a chance for NC State with a corner. A mere 2 minutes into overtime, no less. Setting this one up for NC State. It's going to be Jenna Kawa.
The Catamounts are in kind of a zone here. A zone right in front of the Catamounts goalkeeper.
Here it is. It's high in the air. Opportunity, and it bounces down. Goes past Alexa Allen. Western can't get control quite yet, and now they're clear it very long. Chances don't get much closer than that. That one sit back up. Sager is called offside. Advantage played.
And that was a strange offsides call right there.
I didn't quite understand that.
For the most part, this has been a fairly called game, and I agreed with the referee for the majority of the time. But lately
I think he got mistaken there because it appeared like Tomeko may have been offside, but the ball was intended to go up to Sager.
By the rules, it's still not offsides there, Jim.
I completely agree with you there. I just think that was the confusion there. Moved all the way back. It's going to be taken by Mackenzie Cole. She'll utilize the goaltender. Tinsman moves this one along. Cole cut off by NC State. It was a solid play there. Diving Gentry. She's got it again. Caroline Gentry with it. Drop back. Loyas pops this one up. Opportunity hit it, and a bouncing ball right into Tinsman's hands. Tinsman a little bit more gamesmanship, winding the clock a little more. Punted back out toward midfield. Yasser had it roll off of her head. Chip back low. Brown going back to get it for State. Ended up going off of her defender's foot. Rolls out. Goal kick for the Wolfpack.
Lucky bounce there for the Wolfpack. It looked like they were on the heels a little bit. They had a catamount attacker bearing down on them. Brown was able to pop it off a foot of a white-shirted player, but kind of fortunate right there. There was nobody picking her up, running through the back of the defense.
State couldn't get possession off that goal kick either, so Western will once again control the ball. Moved right along, kicked on to the outside. Played straight back up. That one off the foot of Figliola. Western running this one in. Good head by NC State's Allison Brown. Under 5:30 remaining now in the overtime. Kawa trying to step up. Forced out wide. Yasser has it. Doesn't have numbers, so goes to the outside for Alexa Allen.
Nice play here by NC State. This is the composure they were lacking in the second half. As they turn it over right there. As soon as I say it, they get impatient. But really, limit your mistakes. If your opponent's going to make the mistake, pick it up and say thank you, and try to capitalize on those opportunities.
Yasser works out. Loyas had it go under her foot, comes back and gets it. Looking to regroup, so she does. This one going up. A strike sends that one along for Anna Lindberg. She'll work out to the far side. Tomeko has it. Little touch play by Allen. Tomeko couldn't catch up to it out of bounds. Catamount throw. If neither one of these teams creates another opportunity like we had in the second minute of overtime, 92nd minute of the game, this is going to end in a draw. Moving it back. Lindberg comes to get it. Too physical. Catamounts will get the free kick. James, don't get me wrong. These Western Carolina Catamounts would treat this draw as a victory in their book.
Absolutely. I'm not sure that they earned it tonight. They have played a lot better in the second half, but really it's both sides been making a lot of mistakes, a lot of sloppy play. It just so happens that the Catamounts have capitalized on last.
Chopped down. Western trying to set something up. Worked out wide. Here's a high boot. Vying in. Shot in. Great save by Gustafson. Oh, the game was on a silver platter, and Carly Gustafson keeps it at a draw. State trying to get some momentum off their goaltender's play there. Move straight along. Sager ran too early for it. Taken down. Lindberg picks this one up. Substitution will be coming in. Christine Cockrell will be coming in for Western at the next whistle. Under 3 minutes remaining here. Western has another opportunity. Work to the outside. Kick back. Gustafson's got it. That was a really sharp strike by Sarah Robinson.
Yeah, she was the Western Carolina player that was in on the first opportunity. She split defenders there. She's had a nice shot just a second ago, and really she's put a lot of pressure on this back line for the NC State Wolfpack.
Here's Robinson again. Drops this one back. Cole kicks it up. Robinson now. Western taking it back the other way. Wide open play here. Rushing it is Studnicki. Rolls that one forward in a foot race for it. Tomeko trying to cut off her marked man. Able to do so with a diving defensive play. 2 minutes remaining.
Yasser was out of position there for one of the few times we said that tonight. But if you allow that ball in behind your midfield so easily, Catamounts will pick you apart. Any team will pick you apart.
Loyas moves this one over. Gentry now trying to look up. Goes back for Francisca Yasser. Rolled out to the side. Lindbergh's got it. State trying to roll it into Sager. They had Alexa Allen, who's clearly exasperated after that play. She was open. 90 seconds remaining. Western Carolina across midfield with it. They'll control. Utilizing the defense in the back line and the midfield now. Moved ahead. Western trying to cut that one in. We take it and move back out. NC State trying to hustle it along. Yasser moving it. 70 seconds remaining here. It's Caroline Gentry, the pride of Wakefield High School. Gentry working her way in. Got a little bit of room to work with. The outside pass to Alexa Allen. They weren't on the same page there. It'll be a throw for the Catamounts. Quick substitution here, and that'll eat up another 15 seconds at least.
I just don't understand where this NC State offense has gone. Great run there by Caroline Gentry, but when she goes to pass it off to her teammates, it's just a mental lapse, or maybe it's tired legs. I'm not sure what is going on or what they're seeing out there. It's very sloppy play from the NC State Wolfpack right now.
Throw in with 30 seconds to go. The whistle blew, so they'll have to do it again. And this will just eat up that much more time. 20 seconds to go. And James, the Western Carolina Catamounts, officially in 10 seconds now, will have walked in to the City of Oaks and shocked the NC State Wolfpack with a draw.
3, 2, 1. That's the end of the first overtime.
And we will go to double overtime now.
Actually, Drew, I think it'll just be the second half of the overtime period. It'll be another 10 minutes, and I think these guys will just take a short 3-minute break and switch sides of the field.
Most certainly will. We'll have that second overtime period on Wolfpack Sports Television. Double overtime from Raleigh, North Carolina. We were just handed a note by our producer. In the original notice, it just said a 10-minute sudden death overtime. And of course, neglecting to use my common sense, as soccer always is, it's split up into 2 halves, so 10 and 10. So James, a last 10 minutes for NC State to try to redeem themselves and get the victory that, quite honestly, they deserve by the way they played in the first half.
Yeah, either there's one of 3 outcomes that are about to happen here. Either NC State's going to net one, scrape by, not be very happy with the result, but earn the points that they deserve. Or if you tie, I think that's a win for the Catamounts. They've battled back. They played a lot better in the second half, and NC State kind of gave it away. And if the Catamounts score one here, I say that's a very disappointing result for the NC State Wolfpack. They look very in control, and if they come out of here with a loss tonight, I think that'll be very, very heartbreaking for Tim Sanatorio's side.
So the teams will switch sides here for a final 10 minutes. This is the 3rd double overtime game of Western Carolina's still young season. The first time NC State has had to go into the extra sessions. Western rallies and they'll come out of the huddle. State will kick off. The play of the first overtime, by and large, was Carly Gustafson's save on the line, or else Western would have been waltzing out of here having shocked the NC State Wolfpack.
Yeah, and you also have to note the disappearance of NC State attack, keeping their composure in the final attacking third. Getting good play from the Kayla Sager, who we just saw get fouled right here. And maybe this is a good opportunity for NC State to get early balls in and jump on the Catamounts here.
Tomeko's going to take it. She has the goal for NC State. Pinnell has the goal for Western Carolina. Western Carolina marks. Tomeko boots this one, little low, headed out by the Catamounts. Kabbalah chasing this one down for the Wolfpack. She's got it. Trying to turn back to the inside. Instead, picks it up for a throw.
NC State needs to find their feet. They haven't played it on the ground a lot in this overtime and second half period. If they get it on the ground and control the pace of the game, I think they'll have better opportunities, as we're going to see another free kick here from a dangerous area.
NC State's second opportunity here in the 102nd minute of this game. Here's the boot. It's high enough. Going in toward the net, just wide. It was kept in play. It looked like off of a State foot. The Wolfpack will regroup. They're trying to build on a little bit of momentum here early in the second overtime. Work down low. Loyas moved across for Alexa Allen. Allen, shimmy, shake, and bake move, trying to drive. Got a little bit of numbers there. It was cleared out at the last second. Western pulls it away. Catamounts boot this one forward. That one goes up, gets caught into the chest of their forward attacker. They'll move it along. Here's Arrowwood trying to move it through a defender's legs. Francisca Yasser tied her up enough to slow it down. Played along. Moved up Alexa Allen now, takes it. Moved across. Yasser. Looked a little lost at a 360, moves it back for Brown. She'll move it ahead. Right up and into the feet. Here's Loyas, moves it ahead, streaking toward this one, it's Sager, shooting one, scooped up! Tansman, her turn to make a save. It wasn't that great of a shot, but an opportunity nonetheless.
NC State taking the direct route right there. They haven't had a lot of success off of it tonight, but at least a shot on goal there for Sager. Maybe she's going to wake up here, start getting more opportunities. Great there by Loyas to push the defender off the Catamounts off the ball, but once again, NC State turns it right back over in the midfield.
Take it here. Western moves this one long. There was no forward streaking toward that ball. Pennell would have been the only person in the anywhere near that pass, really, not even in the immediate vicinity. Under 7 minutes remaining here in this second overtime period. 1-1. Gustafson sends this one up toward midfield. Lindbergh couldn't get up and head that one down. State eventually gets possession here. This is the freshman Lindbergh. Chips this one out. Moved ahead by Tomeko. Sager going after it. It's going to be poked out by Western Carolina and Morgan Figliola.
Sager's calling for quick play right here. The Catamounts defense a little bit slow getting back, but Allen couldn't throw it in a timely fashion, and there you go. This is Western Carolina getting their shape back.
Allen gets the ball from the ball girl here. She'll look, fires this one in. It's a dangerous throw. Chopped down. Gentry jockeying for position, didn't get it. Western trying to get numbers going back the other way. This is Bradham with it. Moves that one along. She's going to be poked off of it. Good diving play there. Right out in front. Spun back. They'll utilize the defense.
Nice transition defense there for the NC State Wolfpack. They shut down the initial attack, and when they turned back, they got in there, got some good tackles, and Catamounts look to be answering here.
Here's Bradham again, trying to work wide. Shouldered off of it by Michelle A-Strike. A lot of contact, and it's going to be Bradham that's called for the foul. Free kick for State.
Good physical play there by A-Strike. She kept her positioning. She got pulled down, and quick play here by the goalkeeper for NC State.
Ooh.
It's going to be a high kick, it looks like, there for Sager, and that's a dangerous play. I wouldn't be surprised if the referee pulls out a card right here.
Opts not to, though. Free kick for Western.
And I think that's a testament of how a cleanly played game this has been. If Sager had been called for multiple fouls before that, I think that would have been a yellow card. But for the most part, both sides keeping it clean tonight.
Brought back down. Western trying to move it forward. They've got a little bit of space here. A-Strike tries to cut off the pass and does so. It'll force a corner kick for Western.
Western Carolina.
And Western's corner kicks have been abysmal tonight, Drew. In the first half, we saw one that was not even close by 25 yards, and the second one here in the second half didn't really have a target. So let's see if the Catamounts have cleaned that up here, and NC State's going with a man mark instead of a zone to defend it.
It only takes one solid corner strike to win the game at this juncture. 4 minutes remaining in the game. Here it is. This one, a laser beam. Gustafson tried to punch it out. Rolled back out. Western tried to put it back into the box. Up off of the head. A-Strike coming back to get the ball for NC State. Clears it out, but Western's going to have the throw.
NC State did a good job of defending that second ball right there. It fell right in the 18, but good clear, give them a corner kick instead of a shot on goal, or excuse me, a throw in instead of a shot on goal.
Western will set this one up. Here's the throw. Solid defense by Kabala. Western sends this one high up in the air. Header opportunity off the bar, rebounded, and it goes out. This game was within inches of being over on that play.
That's just a dangerous ball being put in a dangerous area. I mean, I don't think there was an intended target. Maybe you're looking for a back post run right there. But honestly, I think that was just the Catamounts looking to have some kind of good bounce and good fortune tonight.
Western will receive another free kick here. And they seem to have all the momentum right now. State just looks gassed. Here's the boot, going in toward the box. Opportunity for Western. There was a knockdown, foul, and a free kick for the Wolfpack.
NC State looking to play quickly now. You see most of the midfield is compact in the center of the field. Maybe they want to stretch out this Catamount defense and play it wide, get some space in behind. There's plenty down in the corners there.
Western wins possession again. Here they come, nearing the 2-minute mark remaining in the contest. State kicks this one back the other way, intended up for Sager. Finally, the Wolfpack have some semblance of possession. It's Franziska Yasser. Move back for Brown. Allison Brown. Holding, controlling. Now work around. Brown with under 2 minutes to go. Knocked off of by Pinnell. She drives in. Takedown there. Appears to be clean. It looks like A-Strike is slow to get up. Moving the ball forward. Alexa Allen coming in for NC State. And she couldn't control it. Poked away at the last second by Western. Last rush for NC State most likely. Lindbergh extends the arms there. Foul will be called, and it's going to go to Western. 70 seconds remaining. It is getting intense down low as we reach the final 60 seconds of this one. Call for the kick. Catamounts booted away. Straight down the line, headed back in towards center. State's going to have it. Played high up into the air. Stays in play. Allen puts on a header. Taken back here, out it rolls. Western will roll this one in. Frankeny moved that one along. Sager couldn't catch up to it. Rolled back up and out. State will have possession. Quick up, 30 seconds remaining. Thrown to no one in particular. 23, 22. Alexa Allen throws this one in. Sager has it on her feet with 15 seconds remaining. Rolled that one off. Sager Gimpy. 10 seconds remaining. State seems to have no worries about hurrying up. Clock is going to run out on it. Western puts it back toward midfield. This game will end in a draw. The Western Carolina Catamounts have come in here, stunned this crowd, and have drawn with the NC State Wolfpack. James Thomas, quite honestly, I can't believe what I just saw.
Yeah, NC State's going to get share of the victory tonight, but really, it's very disappointing. It's a shallow kind of tie. NC State really should have done a lot better tonight, and it's kind of disappointing. If you're the Catamounts, you got to look positive about this one. You rally back late, but NC State and Tim Santoro's teams have got some things to work out.
Certainly they do. He's not going to be happy about a draw in this one. As it stands, NC State will go on the road one more time before beginning conference play. They head to Greensboro to take on the UNCG Spartans. Coming up for Western Carolina, they will go to Buies Creek to take on the Campbell Camels before returning home. Signing off for James Thomas, it was a thriller here in Raleigh. The final score, Western Carolina 1, NC State 1. We thank you for joining us here on this broadcast of NC State Women's Soccer. I'm Drew Blevins, reminding you to have a good night. You've been watching Wolfpack Sports Television, bringing you into the pack.